Hi there, welcome to the Missing Piece Yoga. My name's Megan. If you're like me, you like to do other forms of movement other than just yoga, maybe going for a run. So that's basically what this practice today was designed for. Go for your run and then pop this video on, stretching out hips, lower back, and sort of winding the energy down after that big workout. It's a good idea to have 2 blocks available for your practice. Of course, if you don't have yoga blocks, you can use some tall books or even tall, sturdy water bottles, just something to support your hands. We're going to begin this practice in a wide-legged child's pose. So take yourself down to hands and knees towards the outer edges of your mat. And as you extend your arms forward, really spread your fingers and make sure arms are really active. If you're finding that your forehead doesn't quite reach your mat, then please slip 1 or 2 of your blocks under your forehead or any other support that you can bring instead of a block if that's what you're working with today. As always, if you've been enjoying these videos, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And down in the video description, there is a link if you are interested in making a financial contribution for these classes. All right, let's get started. Feel the weight of your hips sink heavy towards your heels. Notice that point of contact where your forehead is resting down. And as you become aware of your body being supported, let's take the awareness to our breath. The air moves in and out through your nostrils. And feel the ribs begin to expand and contract as you breathe. This breath is going to be generous but also calm, and it carries us through our entire practice. On your next inhale, slowly draw forward to tabletop. And as you exhale, come into downward dog, keeping knees bent so hips are really high. Hands push the top of the mat away. Inhale, come back down to your tabletop. Exhale, wide knees, child's pose. Moving with the breath, inhale, tabletop. Exhale, down dog, feel your spine long. Inhale to lower your knees, come back down to your tabletop. And point the feet, exhale, child's pose. Inhale, table. Exhale, down dog, hips high. Inhale, come back down to your tabletop. Exhale, child's pose, sink your hips. Once again, inhale, come up to tabletop. Exhale, down dog, feeling that gentle opening down the backs of the legs. Maybe you pedal your feet a few times, bend one knee, then the other, sink one heel, then the other. Now let's tiptoe the feet all the way to the top of our mat. Taking ragdoll, drop your spine, your head. Maybe you catch for opposite elbows. Shaking head a little bit yes, a little bit no to gently release your neck. With bent knees, slowly roll yourself all the way up to stand. Head is last to arrive. And feel your shoulders roll down your back. And become aware of this vertical energy from your feet all the way up to your crown. Tall and sturdy. Good. Inhale, reach your arms over your head. And exhale, twist right, open the arms wide. Inhale, come back to center and twist the other way, arms wide. Try to keep your hips square. Inhale, center, reach up. Turn right, open your arms front to back. Inhale, center, reach up tall. And twist left, arms open. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, dive to the bottom, bend your knees. Halfway lift, take a big breath in. And on exhale, lower your fingers, big step back with your left foot. Now you can be on fingertips or you can bring your hands onto your 2 blocks if hips feel a bit tighter. Remember, your blocks have 3 different levels. Use the one that works for your body. We're going to stay high on those back toes. And then with an inhale, bend the back knee and look forward. Heart lifts. Exhale, take your hips towards the sky and fold over the front leg. Inhale, bend the knees, look forward, deep lunge. Exhale, lengthen front leg towards straight. Inhale, bend, heart forward. Exhale, hips to the sky. Inhale, this time bend just the front knee and plant those hands firmly onto the floor. We'll step all the way back into a high plank position. Remember, this can be on your toes or on your knees. Feel the back of your heart push towards the sky. Inhale, you can drop to your knees or find the tips of your toes, and exhale, slowly lower all the way to your belly. Push into the tops of your feet. Now, baby cobra. Inhale, lift chest and hands. Exhale, release. Inhale, push to tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, and feel the length of your spine as those hips lift high. Inhale, pull right knee to chest, and as you exhale, right foot is going to step through. Use your right hand to adjust if you need. Hips are square, rise up to crescent lunge, arms overhead, and lift here through the lower part of your belly. Inhale, start to straighten the front leg. Now as you exhale, bend both knees, pull hands into fists by your hips. Inhale, reach up tall. Exhale, bend low and squeeze, deep lunge. Inhale, reach up again. Exhale, bend, hands squeeze. Come back to crescent lunge, take a big breath in. Exhale, hands come to the mat or onto your block. And then step your back foot up a touch to drop the heel, turning those toes out slightly of the back foot, pyramid posture. And so encourage both of your hips to pull towards the back of your mat as you draw your heart slightly forward, moving towards straight legs. Hands could, of course, be on the blocks, the mat, or even on your front shin if you're feeling quite tight in this position. As much as you can, breathe into the stretch that you feel, especially if you're getting some really strong sensation. And take a deep bend to that front leg so you can step forward into ragdoll. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, let it all go. Slowly roll yourself all the way up to standing. Find your verticality. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, twist left and open arms wide, hips square. Come back to center, inhale, and twist to the right, arms wide. Center, inhale, grow tall. Twist left, open your arms. Center, inhale, grow tall. Twist right, open your arms. Inhale, come back to center, maybe look up. Dive all the way back down. Lift up halfway, breathe in. And on exhale, land fingers, giant step back with right foot. Stay high on those back toes, maybe hands to blocks. Inhale, we're going to bend the back knee. Look forward, pull your heart forward. Exhale, lengthen front leg, hips high. Bend in low, inhale, look forward. Exhale, hips high. Inhale, deep lunge, bend your knees. Exhale, fold over the front leg. This time, bend just the front knee, plant your hands strong, and step all the way back to your plank. Feel that the energy of your hands pushes the floor away, back of the heart high. Come to toes or knees as you inhale. Exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Feet push into the floor, baby cobra. Inhale, lift hands and chest. Exhale, release down. Push back to tabletop, breathing in. And downward facing dog, exhale. You inhale, pull the left knee through to your heart. And exhale to step left foot all the way through. Again, you can adjust your foot with your hand if you need. Square your hips first, and then arms to the sky. You can bend the back knee as much as you need to lift low belly. As you inhale, begin to lengthen out your front leg, grow tall. Exhale, both knees bend deeply, hands and fists by your hips, pull down. Inhale, everything up. Exhale, squeeze, bend low. Inhale, reach, lengthen. Exhale, bend and squeeze. Inhale to crescent lunge. Exhale, set your hands down, and now shorten your stride by stepping the back foot up a touch. As you turn the back toes out slightly, drop both heels into the floor. Remember here, as you lengthen your legs, hands could be on blocks, your front shin. If you're quite open in your hips, maybe hands on the floor, but don't over push. Hips are gently drawing back as your heart pulls forward, and keep the breath flowing. Calm and clear. Nice stretch through the back of the leg, an area that's often very tight when we're running. So soften your front knee and we'll step forward. Drop your head. Inhale, lift halfway. And exhale, let it go. Inhale, sweep arms to the sky. And exhale, join hands at heart center. Shift your weight onto your right foot and float your left knee up in front of you. Stand tall, left foot is flexed. Now take that flexed foot over your right thigh for a figure 4 and bring a small bend to your standing knee. Now you can stay right here, eyes on one spot, or begin to push your hips back further and dig a little deeper into that hip opening stretch. A little bit more weight into your standing heel. Feel your chest open, shoulder blades hugging into your upper back. Good, and then use an inhale to rise up tall. Left knee is lifting, arms to the sky. And as you exhale, step those toes all the way back for high lunge. Inhale to straighten and stretch your legs long, and we'll pivot to face the side of the mat. From here, lace your arms in eagle, taking right arm under the left. You can join your palms or hold opposite shoulders. With a micro bend in the knees, take an inhale to lift elbows forward and up. Exhale, you can fold down the center. And from the place of your elbows and your hands, get really heavy. So we begin to open up some space through the upper back. If it feels like too much to let your arms hang, you could also rest your hands onto a block, making this a supported posture instead. And then once again, don't over push into the stretch, especially with your hamstrings. And try to keep a little bit of weight into your toes. Notice if you can invite the breath right in between shoulder blades. Good. Unravel your arms. Inhale, take a halfway lift. Exhale to walk hands top of your mat. From here, step all the way back into plank pose. Now from your plank, we're going to lower onto right forearm and left forearm. Of course, you can also drop your knees onto the mat if you want more support. Take the hips down just a little bit lower and try to puff up through your upper back, pushing the floor away energetically. And on exhale, you can lower knees and hips, take Sphinx posture, resting on the elbows, heart gently pulling forward. Slight squeeze to your glutes. Feel that stretch through the belly. Good. Now release all the way down and take the right arm straight out to the side with your palm on the earth. As you turn your right ear to the mat, you might choose to slip a block under your head. We're going to push into the left hand and roll onto our right side body. Relax your neck as much as possible. Now, some of you might take a step back with the top foot, and it might be a small step, it might be a big step. Finding a stretch through the right side of our chest, the front of the right shoulder. If you'd like, you can reach left arm to the sky, or you might even choose to take it a little bit deeper and tuck left arm into the low back. Really focus on finding the stretch in your shoulder or chest. So if it's more in your elbow or your wrist, you can adjust your right arm a little bit higher or a little bit lower. Yeah, so might be a better position for you, or you could even take more of a cactus shape with that right arm. Don't be afraid to explore a little bit and find that sweet spot for your body. And remember, it might be different than what worked for your body on a different day. A couple more breaths into the heart space. Soften your jaw. As you inhale, take your left arm back up to the sky and return your hand to the mat. Slow motion to roll back onto your belly. Take the other ear to the floor and just drape your arms down by your sides. Palms facing the sky so shoulders can drop forward. Move your breath right into your lower back. And taking a pause to observe what you feel here. Now place your hands under your shoulders. As you inhale, come back to table. And exhale to find downward dog. Feel the length through your lower back and connect to a strong foundation. Hands pushing, shoulders plug in. And bend your knees and spin heels to the left for a moment. And then bend the knees and spin heels to the right for a moment. Good. Come back to center. Now, as you breathe in, let's rise high onto tippy toes. Exhale, bend your knees and look forward, walk or hop top of your mat. Halfway lift, inhale, and let that go. Keep the bend in your knees and roll yourself all the way up to stand. Finding verticality. Inhale, arms over your head. Exhale, standing on left leg, float the right knee, bring hands to heart. So we're setting up for that figure 4 position. Right foot stays flexed as it crosses left thigh. As you find your balance, take a little bend to the standing leg. And with the chest open and wide, begin to sit your hips back. Maybe a little sit back, maybe a deep sit back. Invite a touch more of your weight into that standing heel and find that your eyes are on one spot, not moving around. Working some space into the hip.
And as you breathe in, lift the right knee and stand tall. Send arms to the sky and land your toes at the back of your mat in crescent lunge. Good. From here, lengthen your legs, spin to face the side of your mat, and as you exhale, sweep your left arm under the right, taking that eagle bind. Remember, you could hold your shoulders instead. Inhale, elbows lift forward and up. Exhale to fold down the middle. And remember here, feet can be as wide as you need. Knees have a little bit of a bend in them so we're not locking the joints. And you could slide a prop under your hands to add some support if you prefer. Feel from your elbows to your hands that you're heavy, giving in to gravity. Maybe the breath right between the shoulder blades. Allow yourself to let go of any tension, any baggage. Unravel your arms, land your fingertips, inhale to a flat back, and then walk your hands to the top of your mat, pivoting into a lunge. Step back into your plank pose, high on the toes. And then lower onto left elbow, followed by right elbow, dolphin plank. Remember, hips drop a little bit lower as the back of the heart puffs up. Low ribs into the belly, find the strength of your core. And now lower your knees, your hips, take Sphinx, heart forward just for a moment. Little stretch for the abdomen, and we'll come all the way down. Okay, so setting up that chest opener on the other side, take the left arm open beside you, palm on the floor. And as you push into right hand, you're going to roll onto your left side body, maybe slipping a block under your head for support. You want to feel that your neck can relax. You might make the choice to step the right foot in behind a little or a lot. And at any point, you're welcome to add the right arm. It could reach up to the sky or slip into your lower back to move in a bit deeper to this stretch. Remember that yoga is not about making our body perfect or fitting a perfect shape. This is a practice of acceptance. So you are where you are, and then just focus on breathing into what you feel. Inhales, creating space. Exhales, allowing you to move into that space. Gently, of course, don't be forceful. As you inhale, take the right arm back up, land the right hand, come to your belly, other ear finds the floor, shoulders dropping into the mat. Take a breath or two right into the low back, feel the rise and fall. Now place your hands under your shoulders and with a breath in, push to tabletop. Now let's walk our knees towards the front of the mat. And as you make your way onto your back, bring your block within reach. We won't use it right away, but make sure you can grab it when we're ready. Hug your knees into your chest, giving yourself a squeeze. And then place your feet down onto the floor and take that block under your tailbone on its lowest, widest edge. You want to make sure that your hips feel supported by that prop so that you can rest your body weight into it, coming into a supported bridge. Now you can keep this full bend to your knees, or you can choose to walk your feet out towards straight legs. And they can go any amount along the way. If your legs are fully extended, try to let your legs relax so your toes turn whichever way they want to. Now, some of you might feel more open and you might choose to use the second level of your block, but please make sure that that feels stable under your body. And as always, it's a good sign if your breath becomes short here, then you've probably gone too far. A good guideline in yoga is less is more. Don't overpush. Maybe arms down by your sides, maybe arms to a T, or perhaps resting arms up above your head. This nice long opening to the front of your body. So feel here that you are still connected to your breath cycle, but it is becoming less controlled, less audible, and more natural, really gentle flow. And scan through your body and notice which parts can become heavier. Notice which parts are still gripping or holding. And work with your exhale to give in, to let go. So if you have your arms overhead, slowly bring them down by your sides. And then slowly walk your feet back in towards your prop. Lift your hips just enough to take the block or the support away and slowly lower your seat to the floor. And with the feet still open, let your knees begin to windshield wiper from right to left, left to right. And do that a couple of times at a pace that feels good for your body. Almost rinsing the lower space of our back. Rinsing any last bits of tension away from our hips. When you feel ready, you can make your way to your final resting position. Traditional Shavasana has arms by our sides with the palms facing open, shoulder blades tucked under, and the legs long and relaxed. But of course, if this shape is not comfortable for you, please choose one that is. Of course, if you have some extra time, you might choose to shut the video off now and enjoy a nice long Shavasana. Otherwise, we'll take a few minutes together. You'll have that nice ocean sound to lull you into relaxation. Feeling any last little bits of effort melt out of your body. Totally relaxed from head to toe. Taking these final moments to recharge your system. And just allowing your awareness to become broad, to release the control that you have maintained through your practice. Settling that awareness in the center of your being that is at the same time connected to everything around you. Feeling that you are not separate from Mother Nature. You are she, and she is you.
Still here. But start to bring your awareness back to your breath. Just feeling the soft rise and fall of your belly. And then begin to invite a little bit of movement into your hands and your feet. Maybe also your face and your neck. And when you're ready, gather your knees into your chest and gently roll to one side. Move through fetal position on your side body and make your way up to a comfortable seat. We'll come together to close our practice here. You can sit on the edge of your block to help you find a tall spine if that's more comfortable. Bring your hands together at heart center and either close your eyes or just drop your gaze down. Taking a moment to tune into your heart center. Maybe you can feel the beating of your heart here. Take your thumbs to the space between your eyebrows, your third eye. The first gratitude here is for yourself. Thanking yourself for showing up today. For taking care of your health and your wellness. And then let's bow forward and send that gratitude outwards. For the ancient teachings of this amazing practice, for the safe space where you are. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And release your hands down. Thanks so much for joining me today. If you've been enjoying these videos, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. There is a little link down in the video description if you feel drawn to make a financial contribution. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope to see you in the future. Take care. Bye.